we're trying to help our viewers today. It is cold and flu season. Our next viewer, I hope she's waiting for us on Zoom. Kirsten, are you there?
Hi, Rachel.
Beautiful in red. Look at you.
Oh, thank you.
Dr. Ian is here for you. Ask away.
Hi, Ian. Dr. Ian, I have a question. A few years ago, when I had the flu, my younger cousin told me to start taking vitamins and supplements to kick it and boost my immune system. I'm a mom and I'm a teacher and I'm super busy and I don't have time to be sick. When I feel a cold coming on, I load up on vitamin C and D, and I'm wondering, does that really work?
Kirsten, that is a great question and absolutely correct. Vitamins C and D are the best vitamins for your immune system. As I said earlier in the piece, you can get them from lots of fruits and vegetables very easily. However, if you can't get them from fruits and vegetables, you should definitely take a supplement. Make sure, however, that you're taking the right amount because too much is not good for you also. Also, most people tend to be more deficient during the winter season because they're not going outside and they're not activating that vitamin D in their skin. But yeah, it's really important for you. It boosts your immune system. If you have a long-term deficiency, you may need supplements. Longer than that, of course, check with your doctor. But I also want to talk about vitamin C versus vitamin D. Vitamin C is a water-soluble vitamin. So that means that it dissolves, in your blood, basically. And so if you take too much of it, you're not really going to get a great effect. People think the more, the better. Well, not necessarily, because if you take too much, your body's just going to pee it away. So here I have some sugar. This is just an example. Some sugar and some water. When you take sugar and put it in water, you and I both know that, this water isn't warm, but over a period of time, this sugar is going to dissolve. That is like your vitamin C. It will go away, it will dissolve, so it will have no more effect. However, when you look at vitamin D, remember, too much vitamin D does have the potential of being too harmful because your body stores it in fat. So I have some water here and I'm taking some oil. So imagine the water being the fat, imagine the oil being your vitamin D. When you pour it in like this, you can see that the oil does not dissolve in the water. It stays there, but it's not dissolved. And that's what happens with your vitamin D. It is actually stored. It is not dissolved, so too much potentially could be a problem. But yes, take your vitamin C and D, get it through your foods, or if you get a supplement, that works also.
Ian, what about things like the little prevention? It says there's a lot of products, there's a million different names of them, but little powders that people put in water to stop a cold if they feel like a cold is coming on. Where do you land on that?
Yeah, nothing really will stop the cold. These over-the-counter medications can actually reduce the severity of the symptoms and the length that you have the symptoms, but it won't stop the cold from actually happening because the cold is a virus and we don't have an antiviral to treat it, but it can reduce how bad the cold is.
Erica says, everyone in my house shares the same thermometer. How do you properly clean it between uses? Excuse me.
Yeah. Rach, this is a great question. Let me explain something to you. First of all, a thermometer is extremely important to have in your home always and make sure that it's working. But there are two basic ways to clean it. First of all, good old-fashioned, warm, soapy, sudsy water. Wash it in that. Then take cool water to rinse off the soap and then set it to the side, let it air dry. The other way to do it is to either use an alcohol wipe like you see in the doctor's office or make your own. So I have some rubbing alcohol here. I have a little Kleenex here. So you just pour a little here like so, okay, get it nice and wet. And then, Rachel, all you do is just take it. And you want to make sure, by the way, Rachel, that you don't wash it only after you use it, but you want to wash it before you use it. So before and after is when you wash it. The alcohol dries away in 15 seconds, and then it's good to use or good to store.